This popular tourism destination in Europe has seen a lot of digital nomads and expats move here in recent times. However, it doesn't get talked about as much for the people who decide to stay there long term. And whilst it's a very well-known and prominent destination, it doesn't get the same level of attention that it does for people looking to go there for tourism. If you're looking to get started as a digital nomad in Europe or set up a residency in Europe as an expat, then Hungary should definitely be on your list. Whilst I was in Budapest this summer, I got the chance to sit down with Simon Ilkay Ferenczi from Aegir Consulting. It was a great conversation where we talked about Hungary's Golden Visa program as well as its White Card for digital nomads, along with some of the benefits and reasons why people choose Hungary as their base in Europe. And in this video, I'm sharing that conversation with you, and I hope you find it helpful and insightful. So let's go right into it. All right, I'm with Simon from Aegir Consulting. Great to be here in Budapest with you.
Thank you, guys. Nice to meet you, and thank you for hosting.
Yeah, it's great. So we're going to talk about moving to Hungary today because a lot of people, I've seen digital nomads, people online who do move to Budapest. It's very popular already. There's an expat community and digital nomad community. But I see it as people move here more for the lifestyle and the city of Budapest itself, more than for things like, the residency routes that are available here. And we won't go into too much detail, but maybe some of the business and tax options that are available. What do you think about that?
Yeah, so exactly. A lot of people, more and more, even more like the younger generation is moving here as a digital nomad, and these kind of residence permit they choose. Mostly they choose the white card, which is not only available in Hungary, but whole European Union. For the white card is especially created for digital nomads. Basically, when you apply, it gives you 1 year of residence permit in Hungary, and you can elongate it for another 2 years if you are still eligible for the criterias. Most the main criterias, what we have to mention here is mostly that you have to at least earn 3,000 euro per month before the application. Every month for 6 months you have to provide it. So it's not like I'm gonna move there and work and earn this amount of money, but altogether you have to earn it previously also for half year. Here, unfortunately, family reunification is not possible. To not move your whole family here as a digital nomad, it's like you are usually alone or with your girlfriend, boyfriend, and just hustling, making a living for some years, not settling down. Here, we also have to mention that after 2 years, you can't elongate it in the type of residence permit. You have to change it maybe for something else. Also, this income for the 3,000 euro, it has to come from a foreign entity. If it's coming from a Hungarian entity, then it's not digital nomad. You have to choose another type of residence permit. So yeah, that's very popular in Hungary. Mostly because it gives you a very flexible option to move and travel also in the European Union. So it gives you right to travel freely. We had many clients for this kind of residence permit, but mostly people who are coming from the West. Since digital nomads, it's easier to earn from there. They are flexible. The workplaces are more flexible to let you go, So this is the first one. There is another option, which is a guest self-employment residence permit. It's different in a way that it's kind of providing the same rights, but for freelancers and for people who are creating their own small kind of a hustle, I would say. For example, I'm just making some examples. If you are a photographer, or if you have a web shop here, if you sell something in a store, but not as a company, but as a sole entrepreneur, so you are only employing yourself, then you can apply for this kind of residence permit, which is at this point non-renewable for many times. Only 2 times, and after that maybe you're going back, or you have to apply to another type of residence permit, which is mostly connected to employment For example, the EU Blue Card, which gives you the family reunification option also, or other many types of employment purpose visas.
Yeah, so that's if you want to reach the 5 years of permanent residence in Hungary.
Exactly.
The other route we were going to talk about for non-EU citizens, of course, EU citizens have kind of
third world countries
exactly.
citizens, exactly.
Yeah, third countries citizens, exactly, is a golden visa. So obviously the EU has its eye on golden visas at the moment.
Exactly.
Doesn't have the most favorable attitude in a lot of cases. Countries have shut down their programs. Some still have them. Hungary still has one.
Exactly.
How does the Hungarian program work currently?
It was starting pretty slow, to be honest. There were things which were not very clear from the governmental legal side of the program, and also getting the certificates from the government by the real estate fund itself took longer than it could have been. We are all very aware of this slowness, I would say. But now at the moment, I would say in the last couple of months, it started booming. Around like May, June, many clients started to be more and more interested in the program. What I know, since I'm talking with a lot of clients, who is choosing the Greek program, who is choosing the Portuguese program, who is choosing the Cyprus program, or back in the days, or not back in the days, but not long before, the Spanish program. Mostly the first 2, 3, 4, 5 people has some kind of ties to the country, or they are very interested to move there. Also, there are a little bit of differences between what does it provide you. But as I realized, like for example, the Hungarian program, more and more people coming who have experienced a personal story by a friend. So, for example, many Vietnamese, Chinese, if it could have been Russian, and other kind of country citizens apply because somebody already chose this option with the previous programs. So there is this, like the people who know. It's not like you get a marketing ad on Facebook or Instagram, but you actually know people who are living there, and that's why you choose that country. If, of course, you can consider the tax purposes, you can consider the kind of flexibility that it gives. But since all of them are European Union residences, it's not really different,
Yeah.
It's maybe different in a way that some program is giving the right for passport application after a while, and some only provides you temporary or permanent residency. So with the Hungarian program, there were 3 options for investment. It has been reduced to 2 types because the real estate property buying option has been eliminated by the government. So at the moment, there are real estate funds that you can invest. 250,000 euro you have to invest, and also an extra 5,000 to 8,000 euro for the management fee, for the distribution fee, ATC. It's not going to the investment itself, but the management is taking a small slice of this cake. At the moment, there are 2 active real estate funds. So one of them is the Sprint Asset Management Real Estate Fund, and the other one is Gravitas Hungary Real Estate Fund, which the difference is basically not really a much, but the Gravitas has been established in a way that it has more guarantee in my point of view, since it has a bank behind it.
Okay, so for the viewers watching, a real estate investment fund in this context
exactly
is essentially a company that has real estate activities, and you as an investor are participating in the financing.
You buy basically, like they buy at beginning, or they are possessing already, or they are buying real estate before you can invest. there are, I don't know how many, like thousands of real estate, different types that basically there are some criteria set by the government. How many living real estate, like a residence real estate, office real estate has to be there. But also in these funds, there is a 60% pretty flexible part, which is also invested in other European countries' state bonds. So to like make it more homogeneous. So exactly, it works like it's a bit dummy, but it works like a company or a state. So you invest to the bond, and you're not having the ownership of one real estate, but every like ownership in a small portion of ownership in every real estate. And they are basically renting it out. They are renovating it. They are selling it for higher prices, and this is the profit that you take. This is going to be your interest rates for this investment. There are some regulations. When can you get your money out? You have to after investing, you have to keep it there for 5 years. Like in this 5-year period, you can't take it out. If you're taking it out, your right to have the permanent residence permit is expiring. After 5 years, you can take out the money and you can still have your residence permit for 10 years. But if you keep investing it for another 10 years, like if you just like after 10 years, you still keep the money or reinvesting it, then you get another 10 years of permanent residence permit, not only for you, but your close relatives. So your spouse, children below 18-year-old, and if you can prove that your family is depending on you, like your parents, they can also come.
Okay.
This proving method is basically just a declaration that you are financing their living. Okay. So it's pretty easy for the parents also to come. With this going on, now we are in the phase of investing. You invested in your money. Then you get the golden visa itself, the visa, which is good for usually it's for half year, but in some cases you can apply for 1 year of not residence, but so you can basically apply with it for 1 year of visa. In this year, you can come here, choose your investment and invest. Then you go back, you send the money for the investment, and then you get the plastic card with the residence permit itself.
Okay.
The visa is only applicable for the main applicant, but after you prove that the investment has been made, all of your family members, the close family, can come.
Okay. That was one route. There was a second route you mentioned.
There was a second route, but it's not the most famous one. So basically, you can also donate 1 million euro for a non-profit organization in a higher education system. But I mean, not many people are choosing it. If I have to be diplomatic, so
yeah, it makes sense. I mean, if you get a return on your investment as well for an
exactly. I mean, to be honest, I always say to the clients, if you want to earn money, don't put it in this investment fund. Like, since it earns like some percentage, it's a good investment for people who wants to be residents of the European Union. Yeah. There are many other ways to earn more money, of course. So I always tell the clients, don't expect more than 5-6% of interest rates for this at the end of the period. But I mean, you can live here, and after the first biometric identification, you come here. There is this identification game, and after you get the card, you don't have to come back to Hungary. Like, there is no minimum stay in Hungary. So your family can immediately go to Germany, to Italy, to the Netherlands for holiday, for work, for study, for creating a company, creating a bank account. This is the flexibility what it gives.
Yeah. Okay, good. So from those two visas, essentially the white card and the golden visa, we can kind of deduce that there are two main profiles that would fit the lifestyle in Hungary, isn't it? So that maybe solo entrepreneurs, digital nomads, business owners, and from another perspective, people who are maybe, how can I classify this group of people? Retirees in a sense, I mean, let's hear it from you. How would you classify the people, the profile of the people who are invested in the golden visa? You said it's people who got by word of mouth.
Mainly they are adults above 35 who also want to diversify the investment and also to provide a stable opportunity for the family and the kids. So mainly they are families, not only one person applying, but he or she, the main investor, is bringing the family, because it can provide many rights, not a European citizen, but a European resident, which basically you can study here, you can work here, you can establish a company, you can be a manager or CEO of a company, you can open any bank account in the European Union. And they choose it mostly for this, either it's like a getaway if in their own country something happens, or for the kids as an investment for their life and for study.
Okay, yeah. So, and I think the main distinction that we see there as well is that on a golden visa you have a much broader range of activities
of course
you can do.
Of course, and also you don't have to stay in Hungary with the white card. In every half year, the 90 days you have to stay in Hungary. So there is a minimum amount of time that you have to spend in Hungary if you want to keep that residence permit. With the golden visa, once you travel here for the biometric identification, this is the only option. One time you have to be here, and then you don't have to come back for 10 years.
Yeah. And what do you think are the main things that would draw someone to Hungary? We were saying before they don't choose Hungary necessarily, they choose Budapest. What do you think draws people to Budapest as a city from your perspective?
We can even say Hungary. What many people considers from the east side of the world. I mean, for us Europeans, it's the east side of the world. It's political stability. Who likes the government, who doesn't like the government, but it's a stable place. Governments are not changing, rules are not changing very fast in Hungary. And many citizens of China, for example, especially from China and the countries that you can't have double citizenship, they prefer Hungary because the ties are very good. It's especially good in the European Union between Hungary and China. And also it doesn't give you a passport, but the long-term residency. So it's not, it doesn't have a clash with the two rules of the countries. Other things, as I mentioned already, Budapest is very small, centralized. I think a beautiful city actually. Even if you are young, even if you are older, it can provide you what you want. In the winter there is winter, in the summer there is summer, so it's 4 seasons, not only good or bad weather. The financial institutions are very stable, I would say. So there are not many hustles or frauds related to financial institutions, which for especially coming from the east, where are there is this volatility of the markets. You can win big, but you can lose big. In Hungary, it's stable. I would say the Hungarian market is like a state bond right now. It's not giving you higher, very high returns, but it's stable. I would say it's stability. Also, without any exaggeration, it's one of the safest country in the European Union. That goes without saying. I'm trying to be realistic and not hype my own country up, but this part is very important. And again, people are coming from different countries, from the farther. There are a lot of for example, environmental crises also financial crisis, political turmoils, it provides you a safe getaway that there are no big deals are going in Hungary, I would say. On the other hand, I would still mention that until this point, a lot of people chose Budapest because it was very cheap, Hungary at all. But now it's getting more expensive because of the Hungarian forint and euro conversion. But I mean, it's still cheaper than most of the European capitals. So they still try to how to say, like smarten the system by giving less money for food, for life, for energy.
Yeah, and maybe just to briefly touch, we're not going into too much detail, of course, on taxation, but it's not, it's definitely not perhaps the most favorable in the European Union, but it is a very fairly straightforward system, quite advantageous. There's a couple of regimes that exist to lower the burden for small business people as well, so this can also be something.
I mean, what is the most favorable, and the government and the Hungarian people are very proud of it, is we have the lowest corporate tax in the European Union. It's 9% only. So many companies, many corporations are choosing Hungary as a physical location because of it. That I think one of the biggest advantages, regarding the taxation. Also, by having a Hungarian permanent residence permit, it's not initiating the right to have a tax. You are not how to say it. So basically, you don't have to tax here. You don't have to pay your income taxes, for example, because even if you're not staying here, so it's not giving him how to say it. How would you say it?
It wouldn't give you tax residence.
You wouldn't you don't become immediately a tax residence, which is also good. We have a personal income of 15%, which is still low compared to other countries. But on the other hand, I really like to speak openly about the side backs. Also, we have the highest VAT in Hungary, which is 27%. It's quite a lot, I would say. So you are paying it on everyday items, but also as a business, you can get back your VAT after 75 days.
So how can Aegir Consulting help people who are looking to move to Hungary, either through the White Card or through the Golden Visa?
So basically, we provide any kind of immigration services to clients. To clients, I mean for persons who wants to stay here, but also businesses who have employees and they are bringing them here. From the beginning to the end, between first initial consultation, handling the documentation, all the way translations, helping them to make the investment itself, and holding their hand at the very end, until the very end when they get the plastic card. We are helping them with everything. So we are helping them until they get the plastic card, and also after that, if they have any other needs, for example, establishing a company, opening different bank accounts, having some issues in Hungary, we will be able to host them.
Great. This was really informative. I have one last question for you before we finish. What is one of your favorite things about living in Budapest?
My favorite thing is living in Budapest is very, very simple and very easy to live here. It's a very centralized city. If I want to meet with my friends or colleagues or business associates, there are not, huge distances that you have to take, less in other countries or other cities. It's very centralized. Nightlife and entertainment is very, very good in Hungary. I think everybody would agree with me. Even from the UK, many people are coming here to have fun and let out from the steam from their work life. So most probably, I would say how to live, how to move, and how to meet with people. It's very, very good in Budapest.
Yeah, very convenient city to live in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's a very nice city also.
100%.
It's not a boring city, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. Simon, thank you so much for your time.
Thank
This
you.
was really
Thank you for
informative.
hosting this.
So I hope you enjoyed the discussion, guys, and found it interesting and insightful. If you are interested in getting a golden visa in Hungary or a Digital Nomad White Card, then be sure to check out the video description where I'll tell you more about how you can get in touch with Aegir Consulting. And if you like this video and you want to find out more about countries in Europe where people are establishing residency as digital nomads or investors, then be sure to check out these two videos here. Till next time, I'll see you on the next one, and let's get this money.